Hey, Professor, it's Brian Van Dyke. Speaking about customer service, it's kind of fun because sometimes you'll have some of the greatest customer service that you'll forget about all the bad things that have happened in the evening, and then sometimes you'll have the worst customer service that you forget all the good things that have happened. They rarely coincide, which makes it more fun because the story I have to tell, it was one of those special moments where I literally had some of the worst service ever backed up by some of the best service, all within, a couple of hours. So the story basically goes, a few years back now, I took a lady friend of mine out to a local brewery, just for dinner, drinks, stuff like that. So we get seated, the server comes over, starts off very generic. Hey, can I get you guys something to drink to start off with? Absolutely. Unfortunately, I hadn't had time to look through the menu, so I asked him if he could suggest one of his local in-house brews that, was a good full-body lager. I really love my beers, and he comes back with, well, if that's what you're into, I can get you a Bud Light started. And I was so disappointed at that. I'm sitting here in a microbrewery with craft beers, and you're trying to sell me something that I can go get out of a gas station. Was not happy. I was at that point ready to just get up, walk away. Can't trust this guy to suggest a beer. How do I trust him with anything else? And I was ready to write this place off. And I looked at him, and my face must have told the whole story, because at that time, his manager happened to be walking by, and again, must have seen the look on my face, because he comes over and asks, is there some sort of a problem? Can I help out with anything? And, I'm a little angry at this point, so I tell him the whole story. I said, listen, I came in here expecting a couple of good craft beers, good dinner, good environment, and your staff just tried to sell me a Bud Light, and I'm done. And he very respectfully apologizes for himself, the business, and the server, and asks what I was interested in. So, told him, something of a full-body lager, and he goes, you know what, got a perfect suggestion for you. He personally went behind the bar, poured a few ounces into a glass, came back to the table, allowed me to sample it, and I'm like, this is what I'm talking about right here. So, I said, I'll take two for the table, and again, expecting the server to take over from that point, but going above and beyond, the manager went behind the bar, poured 2 pints, came back, set them on the table, told us to enjoy, and we did. And the rest of the night, we had the same server, and he was just great, super attentive, and beers never went dry, waters never went dry, speedy service, everything was just on point. And then came the end of the night, time to square up the tab. Was able to, pay it off, leave a nice tip. The server actually came back, and he told me that from that day he was going to start sampling their beer selection. So he was never caught in a position where someone asked for a suggestion and he didn't know. And that's something that's always stuck with me, because we turned such a negative experience that could have very easily ended with the loss of 2 customers, and they turned that into such a positive that I've been back numerous times, always trying new beers, and I've seen the server again, and every time, he always gives me the wink and the nod, and, we can still joke about it, and it's a really cool thing. But again, it's such a rare occasion that you get such a negative experience back-ended by such a positive experience. And I think it was such a learning experience for the server that he's used that and probably just gone above and beyond, and he knows now when someone says, hey, can you suggest a beer? I'm sure he knows, a good one to suggest, and that's just, it's such a cool thing to be able to experience such different dynamics all within the course of just a couple hours. So yeah, that's kind of the takeaway, that not only was it really bad, it was also really good.